Ooh-wee. What's going down? It's Monday, everyone's favorite day.
Let's go.
Let's go. Let's get it in. It's your boy Z-Rex. We live today. It's been a hot minute. It's been a few days. Sorry. It's just been super crazy with the kiddo. I'm really trying to work on this damn scheduling thing. I'm not the best at it, except with my business. For some reason, I can do it there all the time, but it's a lot harder to do with the videos and stuff. People think the videos and doing this stuff is easy. It's like, it's time consuming, man. It's not as easy as one would thought. I would also throw myself in that boat as well. Before I started doing videos, like, oh, dude, whatever, you just doing videos. And, dude, I'm doing them live. That doesn't even count if you do editing and stuff like a lot of people do, which, my God, editing is so tedious. Oh, man. I can see why some people say they need boosters, if you know what I mean, to get that shit done. Anyway, whatever. Let's get some price action in. It's close to the end of the day here, first day of the week for the real market. I'm just kidding, whatever. Bitcoin's just as real as any other market at this point, right? Let's talk about it. Pumpity Pumpson, man, just broke that level again. I think the last video we did was this day here, I believe. Came right back, tested 44, and we were looking for a pullback to like 42-ish, but man, Bull stepped in and said, nah, bitch, we good. You ain't even gonna get no strength. To go below that horizontal there. Let's get rid of this stupid line, clean it up a little bit. Below this horizontal, couldn't even do it, getting the little pumpy pump. We do have slight like bearish divergence. It's not like super strong or anything, but it's definitely present. And usually you test the 21 EMA on a bearish divergence read a lot of times. So, I mean, maybe we're just that strong right now and that's not happening, but I am a little cautious up here. We did stretch right to that 618, which we were talking about on that last video. We went to it right to the damn T. You can see, I mean, price is struggling to get through it so far. Even looks like today for a blip. Man, when was that? Must have been really late last night or early this AM. Let's see, where are we at? Oh, it looks like it was early in the AM, about 7 a.m. Standard Time, Central Standard Time. So, looks like sellers are definitely stepping in there a little bit, which isn't surprising by any means. It's also not inherently bearish. I still don't really like the way the 458 is shaping up. It looks a little rounded distribution, which we were talking about on that last video. Same with Ethereum. This kind of little slow grind up. Let's see what futures look like. We got to go to 3 hour in futures. Not as much time for the trading day, but yeah, I mean, they're still looking okay above the 45K handle. Man, the thing that this is right here is we went to the retracement, which is the 618 retracement from this all-time high to the local low right here. And that's where we is. This is generally not a great place to long. I'm definitely not going to buy anything up here, crypto related. But it is a good target point for when we had this kind of first reversal candle right here on this daily, and then got above the daily 21 here, and then actually got 2 more days of continuation. You know, the last time we did that, we only got 1 day above it, indecision, and then rejection. This one just kept climbing, got really excited. We don't really need this stupid trend line anymore. Let's get rid of that. I still think it's relevant on Ethereum. We'll get to that in a minute. But EMA's opening up. I mean, everything is where we want to see it. That's for sure. The worst thing about it is just we're right up against the 618. And generally, you know, that's like more of a target zone for profit taking and stuff like that. If it does start closing a few days above this like 48,000 level, I think that brings in about 51,000 handle into the cards. And then after that, we're going to have to see. I don't I'm not real confident that this is just going to blow past 48,000 to that like low 50s area. But you know, you got the mama right here. You've got the 618 horizontal, lots of body closes and some liquid areas right there. So definitely, I don't want to say concerning, but it is cautiously bullish. There we go. That's a good term for it. So, you know, yeah, it's great. It still looks fine. I mean, it's creeped up into almost the 2-day, not quite the 2-day, though. You can see we're almost about to get all this super sexy looking. So that means the 3-day is going to be pretty far behind. Yeah, it needs another probably candle or two above 44,000, and the 3-day will kick over as well. And the weekly is going to need a lot more time to get all the way bullish. I mean, it actually needs a lot of work, to be fair. And monthly, we don't really have to look at it, I don't think, because we got 15 days. Yeah, we're only halfway through, so whatevs. But yeah, we're hitting right here on the 200 daily. I do think if we retest this 45,000 area, and we get below that, it becomes pretty likely we test the top of this right here, and that would be at around 42K. Man, 42K has a lot of variables pinged to it, and so if 42K breaks, I would definitely look for probably a pretty significant move lower, maybe like down somewhere in this little liquid area. That's what I would be looking for, but right now that's just bare hopium, I guess, at this point. But if that does happen, right now we got about 46-ish thousand. I think if a 458 closes below there on a body, we probably test 44 and then kind of see what happens. I will say, though, that this is the first time we are making a lower high structure. That's interesting. I just noticed that. Kind of catching up on the charts here today as well, so bear with me. But yeah, so that's interesting right there. We are clearly making a lower high. We don't have it super confirmed yet because it's just at even lows right now. Any closure below, though, 46,000 would confirm this as starting to do lower high structure. So that might be a little bit concerning. And the 458 doesn't have any dominance on the RSI whatsoever. It actually is kind of more bearish looking on the 458 than it is on the daily. You can still kind of see the bearish divergence on the daily too, but you know, I mean, there's no denying that this market definitely is strong, but a lot of the stuff just went to, especially altcoins, kind of went to top of ranges. Some shot to the next upper range, like, Jesus Christ, like ADA. Cardano just busted through the top end of this range and then just stretched all the way to the next one and is actually so far finding support on top of that one. So is the next target that we never hit on this run, on the chopping block up for grabs? Possibly. It's about 275. These candles are okay. It's not my favorite. I don't like that the tails are started. Like, if this tail stays above like 205, I think that's cool. But if we start getting more tails below like this one here, which is about $2, be a little bit concerned. But right now, man, as long as this thing is kind of hovering above $2.05, it's okay. You are starting to make a little bit of struggling from the bulls here. You can see they're kind of losing the momentum. You usually never want to see just lower highs, period, in structure. I mean, you can see this whole time it rallied, it never made a lower high, like literally the whole time. I guess maybe you could kind of argue this here, but not as definitive as it is kind of up on this topper area. Yes, a technical term. But anyway, still pretty dang bullish. I know everyone's super mega extra bullish right now. I'm just a little bit cautious here. I want this just to be confirmed that this isn't just an emotional, like, kind of bear type market rally, because a lot of times, yeah, I know people are going to argue whatever bear market it was, it isn't, it might be. To me, when Bitcoin gets below weekly 21s for weeks at a time in the history, that's not generally a good sign. So I'm hoping that this can get constructed out and actually confirm that this is legitimate price action for the bulls and not just some super liquidation kind of bear trap almost, or I'm sorry, bull trap almost. But right now it still looks really good, and there's no talks about that being confirmed until price goes below 42,000. So as long as we're staying above 42K, shit, it's awesome. Get it in. Let's go. Bulls. I like it. Hoorah. All right, futures. Let's see what futures look like. My one concern was last week the futures kind of closed. Not the futures, but the proxies for Bitcoin. So like Mara, Hut, Coin, all those different kinds of stocks. We'll go look at them here in a second. Didn't close very good. And we're not getting any follow through here. Kind of expected a little bit more follow through than this. Yeah, we barely took out the last high by like $100. Whatever, that doesn't mean anything on a $46,000 asset. Do we have the bearish divergence here? Yes, we do, and it's actually textbook. And by textbook, it does have a blip below 50. So in divergences, you want a cross over the 50 in between them for it to be like the highest class, the best case scenario for playing out. A lot of times you don't get the cross below the 50, and you don't have it on the daily like you do spot price. So futures looking a little bit better. This gap has been technically filled though, so that's interesting. That's also right at the 618 area too. So we got a filled gap, and we do have a gap down here, guys. Did this one get filled? Yes, it did. This one actually got filled too. And man, I think almost every gap. Oh God, this one hasn't been filled. I'm gonna put a little horizontal right there actually on the futures chart. So every gap, I believe, on the futures, I scrolled back before. I'm not going to do it right now, but I'm pretty sure every gap has been filled except for this one here, which is a little bit concerning. And then there's also one right around 33,000. So maybe that's from bare boner shit right there. As of now, though, I mean, like I said, as long as we're above like 42,000 on spot price, I mean, it's okay. We start chipping 42, man. I do think that this might start building out into a big trap, and we'd have to be a little bit careful. Let me get my little dealie open here. Where does that go to? About 35K. Right in the middle of the range is the 618 from this rally. All right, so that's interesting. All right, let's go to Ethereum. ETH, look at this, right up to the resistance too, same level, 618 area. It is breaking this trend line. It tried to get over it a few days ago. Doesn't look, didn't have enough power, kind of just still tapering off. Momentum is definitely waning on this. That was like kind of the same thing when we did the last video when it broke this trend line here. We did get the pop, but we do have bearish divergence still on the lower time frames and also on the daily. So that's a little bit concerning. And we are like really far away from, let's see, I don't have it drawn on here, but yeah, the VWAP point of control thing is all the way down at 2400. So that's pretty damn far away. If you're not familiar, I mean, most people are familiar with VWAP, I believe, volume weighted. Oh, excuse me. What is it? Volume weighted, something price, action price. I can't remember right now. I should probably know that. But it's the adjusted. That's what it is. Volume weight adjusted price. I was going to get, it's in the Rolodex back there, But this one is still making higher highs except for this one. So here's the first iteration of a lower high as well, just like on Bitcoin. Not confirmed though yet, but it is there, and we haven't had that in pretty much this whole structure. So maybe a shift of behavior happening in front of our eyes. And it would make sense, even if this is going to be super bullish, it would make sense at the 618 to pull back into the, maybe right back to the top of the range, and even the 382 can kind of come down there and still be pretty damn bullish. And if we pull it from the bottom side here, the 382 is actually right at the same place, so at about 2700. Lots of supports there. And let's see, the weekly probably has some pretty good support there too, does it? Yes, it does, right here on these bodies and stuff. So very nice confluence there for that. And yeah, it's got a little bit of heaviness to it, but so far so good. And until it really breaks all these bodies right here at about 3150-ish, then I'd start to be a little concerned. You did have this little breach last night. This was kind of beast mode. A little sell here. There's yesterday Bitcoin. Sorry, Unicorn Shirt, man. This thing was all over the place. Just, I mean, look at these moves. 5% down, and then freaking 7% up, and now we're almost 5% down again. What's up, Mr. Joe? I'll check it out here in a sec, Mr. ETC actually has been having some relative strength against the market for a hot minute now. Let's see, but yeah, this thing, I mean, this is some whipsawing at the top of this range here. I mean, you're talking 5-7% up down with like every other day. I mean, that's pretty serious. And a lot of times that is like a distribution type cycle, but again, until we're back below 3140 on this 3 hour, I'm sorry, we don't need to look at that. We're not on futures. On this 458, which is almost the same price, 3150, whatever, then it's still okay making higher lows. We do have the first lower high. See if we can make this another higher low, but this is definitely slightly concerning. And you can see the bears are actually attempting to get into the power zone here too. So futures, this is where we want the 3 hour futures. Yeah, kind of neutral here. Nothing really, I mean, I guess it was slight upside bias. Nothing really special seeing on that. As long as it's above pretty much 3,100 on the futures, it looks okay. Yeah, nothing too crazy there. Obviously, look at this mega resistance. We talk about this a lot on the show, on the Mama. And the previous, like camel humps and the saucers provide usually pretty serious resistance and support levels. Way later, though, and here it looks like that is coming to fruition. So Ethereum, not too bad, but I do think it's a little bit heavy up here at the 618. I'm expecting a little bit of downside. Not super crazy, but I am expecting a little retest to kind of like confirm. Bulls need to confirm that this isn't just FOMO right here. All right, LTC. Right up against the 200, right kind of at this horizontal. This is an interesting range to be trapped in. We got most of the oscillators, though, looking pretty damn sexy. Let's see here if it can load up. Come on, TradingView. Let's go. Thank you. Yeah, Litecoin's at an interesting spot. Definitely not my favorite place. Definitely ain't taking no longs right here. I want a confirmation of this over like 190. Really, maybe like 195 would be way more better. But hey, you know, it's kind of up to Bitcoin and Ethereum right now. They've already led the pack a little. Funny enough, Dash was kind of one of the leaders too. And let's see if they can just stay above, like, yeah, if Bitcoin can stay above like 44 and ETH can stay above like 31, then yeah, these probably will break out. You start losing those two numbers, though, on Mama Bear and Unicorn, man, not so much. Oh, my God, look where we went to on ETC. XRP, I'm sorry. I'm getting ahead of myself, Joe. You got me excited. This is absolute insanity. And this is another concern that I have for these rallies is Ripple and stuff and Doge. They generally pump really hard at the end of big cycles, right? So having all these altcoins pump really super hard, and some almost back to their previous all-time highs just in like 10 days or less. Sometimes, I mean, shit, this wasn't even that. It's like 5 days. While Bitcoin isn't above its 618 and above about 51K, which is where it really needs to be to get the bull boner full and girthy, you know, that's a little concerning to me, you know? So, let's see. Right here, indecision. Oh, man, we do not want... XRP does not need to close below 122 on this daily. Like, this wick right here, I'm sorry, this tail is 122.5. I think if the daily closes anywhere below that, this is going to confirm downside pressure from the bears on this indecision candle yesterday on this doji, right at a major resistance area. And I do think that we could easily come back and test this horizontal at $1. So, maybe is that a rebuy zone? Possibly. We have to kind of see how it gets there. Oh, yeah, this is definitely heavy right here. The 458's actually already confirmed downside pressure on this little consolidation right up here. So, yeah, I would say XRP's run is probably done. What would negate that for me? Pretty much any price action above this 135 half level, even on a wick basis, will probably negate that. But again, look at this. Mama camel hump over here, right along this level, providing that little resistance zone. So, I mean, that's just too fast, man. I mean, this is FOMO. This is not like, I mean, look what happened last time it did that in 5-10 days. Immediately just gets dumped on. 55% or whatever, 50-something percent. But yeah, so this candle daily, you already got it on the 458, confirming that we're probably going to come test maybe like 114. And anything below 114 on the shorter time frame probably gets us to $1 single digit, 105, something like that. And this daily closing below 122 half probably gets us all the way down to $1. All right, let's see something. XLM. I got to check one thing on traditional markets real fast. Wow, they rallied all the way, except for Russell, dude. Just Russell is... Let's skip over to Russell really fast. I don't have anything I need to manage or anything over there. I'm pretty light for position-wise. This equity market's just kind of funky, too. Let's see. Yep, of course it rallies with all that crap in Afghanistan, right? That's funny. I was literally talking about this with my buddy last night. I was like, dude, we're probably going to get a dump on the initial reaction in the morning, and then it's just going to get bid the hell up. And I mean, bid the hell up did it get, man. Look at this, up 1%. Just said, oh, no, that's okay. It's crazy moves there. I mean, this is actually pretty freaking bullish. We've been looking for this thing after this consolidation to work up to that 4,500 target. I mean, there's just still nothing stopping it. All right, let me double check something real fast. All right, that looks okay. I'm just looking over here at my other screen. That does not look okay, but I can't do anything about that. All right. Okay, I think I'll be all right there. All right, so let's go back up to where we left off. XLM also went right to the 200. Kind of getting a little bit of rejection so far, but I mean, it looks okay. As long as it's holding about 35, mid-30s, it looks okay. 458. Yeah, I don't like this candle right here. That's not the sexiest candle. If we can get back above like 39 cents on the 458, probably get some more continuation. But again, man, just these super pumps the last like 5 days on the altcoins, while ETH and Bitcoin don't really do anything. Definitely concerning. Speaking of some ETH, but it's Nemesis, I guess. Ethereum Classic. Let's see. This one had relative strength. Very nice back here. Super sexy setup. Gets the follow through, and now we're getting into the kind of, oh shit, FOMO time. I missed the opportunity. I better go all in at 70. No, definitely don't do that. Also, whatever the hell do I know? Yeah, 458 looks okay. Coming back to test the 10 simple. So as long as it holds about 69 handle, it looks all right. Hell yeah. Could even maybe go to like 68 handle. I think anything back below 68's going to be very fugly on this and probably comes back down to 60-ish. If we go below there, let's see what the weekly is looking like. Last week, very sexy. To be fair, too, the weekly EMAs, they never even crossed or anything. So that's actually kind of crazy. Ethereum Classic, one-upping everybody here. Damn. I mean, yeah, dude. If this thing's holding 68-ish bucks, I mean, give or take $1 or so, this actually looks pretty damn good still. How about the 2-day? Closes actually today. Not my favorite 2-day candle if it closes like that. Especially if the 2-day comes back below this business over here at 69,996. That's lots of 6s and 9s. Everyone's favorite number. Then I'd be a little bit concerned about that because that is definitely a super liquid zone. Right about that mid 69 level. So if these 2 days did close below that, I'd probably look for a little bit of downside pressure. But man, it still looks pretty freaking good, dude. ETC. Again, though, it carries over to the same thing. Mama Bear and Ethereum, they're not having continuation. So that's not a good sign. While all the bullshit's just rallying on the back end, right? That's kind of like, so you're like, I mean, here's an example of like what I was talking about earlier in the stream about we don't want to see junk and rallying really, really hard while Bitcoin and Ethereum aren't getting above critical resistance areas. You know, that's just kind of whatever. Now, yeah, it doesn't look like this exactly on Ethereum Classic, but just, you know, Ripple looked just like that. But hey, short and sweet, above upper 60s, it looks fine. I mean, you could say it could go down to 63-ish, but yeah, that starts taking this candle out. And let's see how this daily closes. But as long as it's kind of holding above, that shorter time frame's about 68, 69 bucks. It looks okay. But the bears are definitely trying to put some pressure on it right here. That's for sure. See if they continue to build that pressure up on the DMI would be a good one to watch for that. All right, DOT, we already kind of did ADA. It looks okay as long as it's above $2, but it is making a lower high. Any body close on the 458 below about 208 is going to confirm that as a lower high, and then I'd probably look for 180s or something like that. Link, what's Linky Poo doing? Ooh, getting rejected too today. Yeah, see, that's not, I don't like that. I don't like that. That's not the sign of strength and fitness. You don't want to be giving up all your gains. The day, yeah, there's almost 4 hours left in the day, but blah, not great. Yeah, it looks like it's kind of happening across the board. EOS. Hey, EOS finally did get all of its hits that we want to see for bullishness. So, you know, as long as ES, why am I saying ES? EOS, Dan Lambert's number 2 project. As long as it's holding above like about $5, it's probably okay. Let's zoom in a little bit. Yeah, as long as it's holding above about $5, it's all right. Nothing too bad. BCH, man, look at this beautiful bounce off this horizontal. Jeez, too bad we didn't load the boat up on that, huh? AKTX, what is that? Is that AKs in Texas? They sell AKs in Texas or something? Yeah, we'll get to that in a second. Because all these look pretty much the damn same anyway. I'm just going to kind of lightning through them. They're all right up against the clusters at the end of May. BSV is probably the same thing. Yep, right in the clusters. This is not an area for me. I do not want to long anything about this. The time to long is not when it's in the middle of a range. Definitely when you get engulfing candles like this down here at the bottom of ranges, that's way most safer. And then especially when you get follow through for a few days, usually like 2-3 candles is nice. 3 is kind of the special number. I don't know why 3. There's something special about the number 3 in markets. But hey, as long as it's riding this trend line right here, it's okay. If it breaks that, I'd be looking for the horizontal test at about 140s. XMR, I thought was looking kind of good, but man, this stupid pattern we're seeing on a lot of the coins today. Right against their upper end of the ranges, getting rejections. Yeah, not my favorite price action. Let's zoom in a tad. We're getting a little sloppy here, making a little lower low. Kind of megaphoning out is what this is. You can kind of see, I just like to do this one because it doesn't have to be perfect. You know, kind of megaphoning out. These get real dangerous because they just kind of keep, whoa, expanding. And they're a little bit harder to trade. So this is kind of a funky little pattern right here on Monero. But as long as it's holding about 255, it looks okay. ZEC, man, this one looks good. Still riding this trend line. I mean, yeah, we're at major resistance, same as everything else. May, cluster, 200. So, yeah, we'll probably get a little selling and maybe come back and test the 10 simple in this trend line. But nothing too crazy on it yet for, bearishness. Dash is actually kind of getting a little bit nasty. It better not close below 198. If it does close below 198, this would be like a tweezer type top formation. You can see here's one back here. Also, even this one could be considered that with the look above and fail. And so that would not be good, especially right at this major resistance area at 220. So again, kind of same structure, man. Look at this. Left, May, horizontals, 200. It's almost like everything we look at. Oh, let's see. Ooh, Doge. Damn it, Doge. Another one giving it up. Giving it up a lot, too, actually. What is this, man? We're already off over 10% off the highs. But is this just happening, like, recently? Let's see. Well, maybe. Let's see. Oh, yes, it is. Okay, so lots of pumps kind of in the morning, late. Or wait, I guess, yeah, super early morning today. And then lots of stuff is just dumping right now. Is Ethereum and stuff dumping, too? Oh, damn. Yeah, it is. Holy crap. Bitcoin. Dang, all right, well, be careful out there. That's all I'm going to say. I know everyone's super bullish, and there's so many bullish cheerleaders right now. Like, I can't even, like, no one is cautious. It's weird. At a 618 retracement, which, like, Bitcoin is very technical with Fibonacci, and it's like just no one even cares about it. They're just like, whatever, dude. All the way, dude. All in. Hey, to each his own, whatever. Do whatever you want with your money, but it's like, I'll tell you what, boy, I ain't going to be long up at no 618. Hell no. Not on the first test of it. Maybe if we chill up here for another week or so and don't make lower highs on shorter time frames, then okay, then maybe, but not on the first test, man. Especially with the altcoin thing, too. That's my biggest concern, where they're pumping. I've already said that enough, though. We don't have to keep talking about that. Mega pump on Doge. What's up? As long as it holds about, 30 pennies, it's okay. Anything back below 30 pennies probably immediately goes to 27. And then if it doesn't hold 27, we're probably coming back somewhere in this weird, funky range here. Let's look at a weekly. Maybe it'll be a little bit cleaner. Yeah, I mean, probably mid-20s. There's some real good support around like 24 cents. So, but hey, it's got to break 30 first, so not too bad. This is kind of ugly, to be fair, but not too bad yet. Lose 30, probably 27 real quick, and then that's your last line of defense to the mid-20s, and then it's going to kind of reset this structure a little bit. So, Hexin, the Hexington, the Hexicans. Wait, that's what they call themselves. The Hexicans breaking out a little bit. Okay. No momentum on the DMI, though, at all. Let's zoom in a tad. Maybe we can get some there. Yeah, a little... Dude, this volume is bullshit, though. Look at this crap, man. Nothing. Look, it's like the same stupid bots are just like wash trading with each other or some shit, with the occasional person getting in and out. And then look at this, dude. Volume right at all-time highs. Watch out, dude. Richard might have just dumped on y'all's asses. Careful. Careful here. Careful here. Big volume spike, too. Yeah, okay, so on Hex, it really needs a daily close above 17 pennies. If we get another daily close, or a daily close above 17 pennies with some continuation and expansion of volume, then I would probably look for this to break out to the upside. But right now, I'd be very, very cautious about this run, especially with Bitcoin and some of the other stuff selling. Man, stuff is starting to sell off kind of hard. Holy shit. What the hell? Is that happening in equities too? Nah, they're like to rally on war. Dude, yeah. ETC just crashed 10. Holy shit, dude, it did. Yeah, dude, there we go. Well, there goes your 68. So, holy shit, it actually went all the way down to 64. Yeah, see, guys, dude, I'm not buying that we're out of the woods. I'm not buying it at all. Dude, this closes like this. This is going to be brutal for ETC. There's no way in hell I'm buying up here. I'll tell you all that for the 80th time. That's for sure. Wow, Jesus Christ. All right, let's go back to, we finished Hex. We got equities. I'll go peep your AK. Burr. Akari Therapeutics. What is this? Oh my God, we got to look at it daily because that is just absolute the same thing. Oh, it's because I was on the 458. That doesn't really work for stocks. That time frame. Oh, let's see. Akari. I don't know, man. I guess all the oscillators look like shit. The chart looks like pretty much shit. I guess the only thing you really got going for it is this kind of horizontal sort of zone right here, between like 140 and like 160. I mean, I guess that's okay because it's kind of just sitting on there. Let's zoom in a little bit. Oh God, this thing is not liquid at all. Oh geez, yeah, be very careful with this. It barely trades like 100K a day. That's nothing. If you're trading with size, it's going to be hard to get in and out of this. So I'd be real cautious with it if you're going to put probably more than like 10K in it. But it's okay. It's a little bit deeper risk. I mean, you got at least about 15% risk on this, and you can see it can get a little bit excited to the downside. But hey, it is trying to saucer out though. So, I mean, for me, if you held a gun to my head, I would probably take a long here, and I would probably stop out right at about 150-ish. I would stop out of this thing. And then wait for maybe a test back to like upper 130s, right around 140, and maybe reconsider a long, depending how it gets there. But overall, pretty funky ass chart, and I don't like that the weekly couldn't make a weekly high, a new high over here on this closing structure. So there's obviously lots of resistance right there. So, yeah, not too bad though. I mean, you could probably scalp this thing at least for a little run up to like $2. I mean, I do kind of see that. That's probably like the play on this, is maybe not looking for the moonshot on it, because this is all the way up at like almost $5, but just kind of like a little pump to the middle of this range, which is 15 to 20%. So that's not bad if you look at it that way. Overall, though, not a very sexy looking chart. Okay. Equities, what y'all doing? Oh, God, dude, there's still vol flashing. This is crazy. Oh, sorry, I skipped ES. All right, we'll talk about that here in a second. So we got vol flashes here, pump, dump, continuation. I would expect mega resistance here at the 4,500 area, and probably a pullback to this range is what I would look for first, about 4,400. Let's zoom in just a tad. Man, this is pump fest, dude. Holy crap. Nothing, not really that much momentum, though, on the 3 hour. I mean, look at this. This is kind of funky. You can see back here lots of momentum in the big bull runs. There's a bunch of momentum when this thing is, like, really moving here and right here. And even though this is similar kind of angles and price action, you know, there's just no freaking momentum on this. So that's kind of weird. It's just like lugging along, man. It just really just kind of chug-a-lug-a-lugging, man. It's not really that sexy. It's not super ugly. It's just kind of, it's almost boring. It's like, oh yeah, we go up 0.25% every day. Yay, cool, yay. It's, you know, it's almost like, what the hell? Unless you're like intraday scalper on like cracked time frames, you know, this price action is very boring for you. Especially if you even just trade crypto, period. You're just like, what? Oh my God, we're not moving 10x today? Anyway, right here, horizontal. Look at this bounce off of this level, like the Jesus, man. Jesus. Look at this. Spent about an hour down here and then just rocket shipped up. Holy crap, dude. Now, is it going to get trapped up here, though? That's the question. We're right at the tops of this range. This is a funky looking pattern here on the daily. Very, I don't want to say indecisive, but it definitely is. It's just odd. I do like that it's still making higher highs, higher lows. So that's trend. The trend is up for sure. just off basic bitch TA. I don't like that we've got 4 vol flashes out of the last 5 days, though. That is very interesting. That means there is a big move coming up. And again, HVP is not something you want to get. No, I'm just kidding. It's not something that's directional. It doesn't imply direction at all. But it is interesting that we're getting 4 or 5. Here's the last time we got that, and it just went sideways actually for another month before dumping. Actually pretty big dump there, about 8%. Right to the main trend line, and also the 200, it looks like. When was the last time we even tested the 200? Shit, we haven't tested the 200 the whole time since Corona. So that's interesting. Shit, what would that be? About a 10% correction. You know what's funny, man? Like, it could actually dump and work its way down all the way to the 200 and still be in a bullish setup on the higher time frames. That's pretty crazy. Of course, unless it does it in like 1 week and like cuts all this out. But, you know, if it gradually worked itself down there, it could still be like a bullish pattern, which is pretty wild. But yeah, I'm looking for some big ass move coming up here soon. Let's see, what do we got? Jackson Hole's at the end of this month. Maybe it's going to be around there, first week of September or something like that. But it definitely is charging up for something here. And you have to lean a little bit to the upside just because of the way the price action's structured. But, you know, don't rule out the downside either. So let's zoom in. Yeah, man, this is funky. Look at this shit. Just down to, up to, down to, up to. Chop, chop, chop fest, dude. Yeah, if you're like trying to Momo trade on NASDAQ, oof, that's been shitty for you. Oh, YM. Hey, this is a good close. I like this. This is pretty good. We got 45 minutes for the futures. Spot prices, cash indexes are all closed. Up for the day. But yeah, this actually looks like it wants this 35.7 area, man. Doesn't look too bad. I mean, this bounce off the 10 simple and closing above the previous candle. Shit, there's nothing bearish about that, man. Looks pretty damn good on the Dow. Not too shabby. Russell, though. Jesus Christ, Russell. Like, what are you doing with your life? What are you doing, dude? Like, this is bearish as hell to me. This is not the sign of sexy fitness and healthiness. Look at this. Whoop. Very much roundedness. Damn, man. I am not a super fan of this chart at all. My perfectly drawn reverse saucer here. We're coming up to major support at 2160-ish. You can see it has breached it a few times, but all times to be bid up very quickly within the next day. And so, shit, are we about to go do it again? Test the 200 and get slapped back up to the top, man? Probably. The way this shit's been looking. I don't know, man. I'm just surprised Russell can't get anything going. They say that this is the real barometer of the American economy, and if that's the case, this shit looks like garbage. So, not like everything else. Everything else looks pretty good. Let's get rid of this stupid trend line. And as long as it's below 2250, it's just like meh as hell. It's actually just kind of meh as hell all through and through, man. What the shit? Such a crappy chart, man. Let's look at the cash index, get some more data here. Sitting right on top of the 3618 extension. Yeah, I mean, that's that 3160 area. I don't know, man. We actually have a lower close right here, and we're making lower highs and a lower low. I mean, we get one more stab below this 2133 area. That's going to kind of confirm this as a building into a downtrend. So I'll be a little bit cautious on the rut, man. What the hell, rut? What are you doing with your life, bro? Dow Jones Transportation has broke out of this channel to the upside. You know, we were looking for some kind of breakout, and generally downward channels do break to the upside. And so we did get that here, follow through. This looks good, and that's riding on the back on the coattails of the infrastructure hype and the Dow, which is dumb because they didn't even pass it yet all the way. Whatever, people are special. News doesn't really matter anyway. But yeah, so kind of not too great. I'm sorry, not too bad. It's actually pretty great that it's above the mama. So anything back below 14.7, I would look for this to be a failed breakout. But right now, it does actually look pretty good, to be fair. So funny, the Dow is actually the best looking thing, and ES looks pretty good too. But the Dow is taking the cake right now. VIX, funny little candle, opened up high, closed down low. Bouncing off this trend line again, so it's being respected. That is very interesting. Oh, look, dude, it's up 420, bro. Damn, hell yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Smoke weed every day.
Boy. Let's see. Yeah, shit, this is actually kind of clustering and basing here, too. Yeah, VIX is also showing to be cautious, kind of like the vol flashes on NASDAQ, so that's interesting. Oil, did it care about all the BS going on overseas? Nope, didn't really care. Opening it did, and then just got reversed. Yeah, typical, very typical. Now, did it just shake all these people out, though, to continue lower? It does kind of look like that. It definitely does kind of look like that. 3 hour looks like garbage. Bears have full dominance on the 3 hour below 68.50, so I'd be cautious on that. And this was kind of being a slight H pattern, but it should have already been rallying out of this structure right here. So this is kind of looking a little bit bad. Any price back below 66 bucks, this bitch is probably going to 60, low 60s. So be cautious there. Let's see, bonds coming right up against the, oh, look, it looks like a lot of the crypto charts rallying and giving up their gains right up against the underbelly of the trend line. Nothing really there, though. There's not really much in this chart, just kind of consolidating. One could argue this is kind of distributing also. But as long as it's above 163-ish, I do think it's okay and intact for the upside. Notes, kind of same thing. Hey, it's making higher highs, higher lows. The thing that would suck is if we stall out right around here for bulls and then make another low below 133. That would kind of be shitty. TNX, whatever. This could be resetting for bearishness here. Let's zoom in. Yeah, not quite on the 3 hour, but how this daily is kind of shaping up, I'd be a little cautious on those. On the rates, dollar, higher highs, higher lows technically. I mean, it looks fine as long as it's riding this trend line. I just really don't have any problems with it. Same with euro. Just flip it. DAX. Oh, look at that. DAX broke out. Nice. Hell yeah, DAX, way to go. German market looks great above 15.7. No problems at all. We can erase this because that's been negated. 15.7. This thing looks good above this little consolidation and all these little tags right here too. So very nice, very nice. Shanghai. Oh, Shanghai's trying to reset, but there is this very serious trend line. It's kind of getting squeezed into this triangle here. Apex in December. 70 to 75% is usually technically where these break, which is about where the end of this box is. So we'll kind of see what happens. I'll probably take a trade on this if we can break out or break down on it. I'm neutral on that. Gold. All right, let's see if gold what it's doing, because that's a pretty important one. This weekly close, my God, dude, this is actually bullish as hell. This is a beautiful candle close. I did not notice that it actually closed up last week and not down. This is pretty damn sexy, as long as, how funny that, as long as it's above 1776 area. Ah, great number, huh? Wow, yeah, that's pretty damn impressive. Little shakeout, so this might have just been a little stop hunt. Look at this, it's like crypto. Little liquidity hunt into a very, very deep liquid zone. Everyone and their mom probably had their stops all layered out through here. It looks like they all got hit in fucking about 8 minutes. And it wasn't that fast, but it was very damn fast. But this weekly, man, this is solidifying that this horizontal at 1760s is very, very important to the bulls. So as long as we're above that, I actually do like this structure. I don't think silver has as sexy of a chart. No, it doesn't have near as sexy of a chart. Silver actually is kind of bootyous Maximus here. Yeah, silver I actually don't like really at all. That's funny that it's on the daily. I still think it's okay on the weekly. It's got a little bit of damage here, but it's still holding up above this horizontal, which is really important. And the monthly is, well, the monthly could get damaged a little bit, but again, kind of the same structure as the weekly. I guess gold's just kind of taking the reins here a little bit. But yeah, this is pretty interesting. Again, gold above 1760-ish, man. That weekly, that's a beast mode hammer candle right there. That is no bullshit. When you see stuff like this, I mean, this all like 90% of the time or something is going to get probably continuation. So, next major resistance point is going to be about 1820. We get above 1820. I think even if we wick above 1820, we're probably going to come test this 1870 area. So pretty nice move on gold. Let's see. Not so much on platinum. Platinum has got a decent doji and some follow through here. And it's above the 10 simple, so that's okay. This thing does kind of look like it maybe wants to work back up to about 1070, but it has a lot more work to do than gold. And it looks like we're at the end of the list here. Let's see the gold bugs. What are they doing? Chilling on major support here. Yeah, so as long as gold holds that 1760 area and the bug index kind of holds right around here, which you can also use GDX if you want, because that's pretty much what it's based off of. You also can see if it kind of holds this horizontal that it's floating above at about 32, and even down to about 31 is okay. But yeah, if we can hold those for the metals, we can probably look for some pamping. That good old pamping, boy. Holy crap, dude. What is going on over here? Jesus, Ethereum. All right, well, sellers, bears are showing their hand again. And that 458, guys, we still got 2 hours left. We start closing below this thing. We're going to probably test lower, about 30,040-ish. And bulls better defend it above this 3K level. Otherwise, we're going to start making and confirming that this lower high is indeed bears showing their hands. So do be cautious here on the coinage. Or don't. I don't actually really care what you do. I'm being cautious. It's your money. It's not financial advice. SEC that. What? All right. Hell yeah. Well, it felt good to do a nice full live stream. Let's go look at the blockchain stuff real quick, see how it acted, because I did say we would look at that. It is testing it's retesting the EMA ribbon here, so that's actually pretty good. This might be decent spot. Oh shit, they got earnings. What, tomorrow? Maybe after the bell they had earnings. I don't know. Says they're today. You'd think this would already have been lit up. But, yeah, maybe, you know, Riot, they're probably not the best at being on time with stuff. It's not like Apple where it's just going to be like, oh, instantly, like the bell ticks at 3 p.m. and they're like, here's the earnings. You're like, damn, dude. Yeah, the daily still looks okay as long as it's above about 33 handle. I still like it. But the weekly, here's the weekly. I was saying that I didn't like the weekly close on this one. I didn't like the weekly close on micro. I definitely didn't like the weekly close on coin. This is a very terrible weekly close. I mean, this is actually kind of bearish below like 270-ish. So let's zoom in a little bit, see if we can get something a little better. Yeah, I mean, immediate rejection, dumping, a little more dumping today. It did hold on to these lows, though. That's the best thing it's probably doing in this structure. So anything back below this tail at about 250-ish, I'd probably look for a test to like 230s. And then conversely to the upside, it really needs to clear like 269. And then we probably come back and test up here and see what it can do in this wick on the top of this candle. But this weekly, though, bleh. Indecision on there. No follow-through today. What GBDC, I think, had just kind of whatever. Yeah, a little slight doji. And Blue Sky Digital Asset Group, what do they do? Don't remember. Oh, Mara's the big one. I'm trying to remember. There we go. Let's put some of the nicer ones up here on the top. Yeah, Maro's last week was just kind of whatever. Especially with Bitcoin and stuff rallying really hard last week. So, yeah, that just adds to like a little slight layer of concerning data points that I have for continuation on this bull market. Or this bull run, I should say. So we just need a little bit more time to confirm that this isn't no just bullshit FOMO rally in crypto, and it's just going to get mollywopped right in your face if you're super, super bullish. And that definitely can happen, man. So it wouldn't be the first time, that's for sure. Let's see if CV stocks are still pumping. Yes, they are. Jesus Christ. Oh, geez, look at this. Too bad I didn't hold this long enough. Yeah, if y'all know and listen to this show, I have a thing called premature exititis, and I will exit stuff. And sometimes it's good. It's way better when I do that with losers. But when I have winners that are in good structure and stuff, it is kind of like, damn it, you idiote. But that's okay, whatever. Man, Corona stocks just still rallying. Look, I mean, look at this one, dudes. What the shit is that, right? I can't believe it even popped up from here. I mean, that's what Price is telling us back here when we were doing this show. But dude, I did not think it had the strength to do it. Now, is it going to do it again? As long as it stays above like 850, man, probably. Shit. APT. H weekly close, beast mode, Novavax weekly chart, guys. Very sexy on that weekly. Man, yeah, this actually is pretty damn bullish above the 10 simple I would kind of use on this guy at about 220-ish. Yeah, wow, Novavax actually looks pretty good. I probably would have nibbled on that today too. Had I saw that, I forgot to look at them. mRNA is finally putting in a topping pattern here. It's been for like ever that it hasn't. I mean, pretty much since the dawn of its time. Just freaking pump master over here. And the weekly actually does have a little shooting star doji on there. So this is actually pretty bearish, below about 420 bucks. We get back above that, yeah, maybe we test some highs, but this is starting to look a little bit heavy. But to be fair, I mean, yeah, dudes, it's been like running so freaking hard, man. Same with this one, BioNTech, kind of same type topping pattern as Marinara. Let's see, Pfizer, not so much, just continuation. It's saying suck it, bros. This is another one I'm real mad that I premature exititis did. Because, dude, I was pretty heavy on this one, and y'all know on the show, if y'all watch, we were like bullish as shit in this consolidation up here, and even a little bit before in this first pump back over here at about mid-30s, we were all, ooh, put it in my butt. No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, Pfizer, I mean, this thing is just blue sky breaking out, man. I mean, it's bullish until it isn't. And I know people are like, what, dude, that's retarded. Well, that's just what it is, man. Price can get retarded. Don't forget that either. So, oops, no, I don't want notes. I just wanted, yeah, delete the note. Yeah, we don't want that. I was just trying to put a horizontal, man, the all-time high. Let's see, text, show the text. Can I write it? Oh, that's the path, man. The previous all-time high. And no, I don't want it in bright-ass, ugly green. Makes my chart too ugly. All right, so, you know, this thing isn't just blue sky breakout mode. It's up until it ain't. And what does that mean? Dude, don't even think about it being terrible until it even touches the 10 simple, which it hasn't touched in, let's see, 33 days. So, or sorry, let's get technical. It's actually this one right here. I'm sorry. 28 days. So until it even touches that on a tail basis, whatever, man. This thing has just got all the momentum. CVAC might be building a case up here for a re-entry on a long, possibly. Let's look at it on the weekly. Yeah, the weekly's okay. I do like this support at about 54, 55 bucks. Other than that, though, yeah, you don't even have any great momentum on the 3 hour. It's already kind of like a little really small head and shoulders type pattern here. So not my favorite type pattern. So yeah, not the sexiest on CVAC. All right. Nothing there. I think we're probably done, so let's just look at top traded, see if anything was moving big. No. Nothing there. Let's look at the Fangmans, and then we're going to wrap this bitch up. Facebook's up. Oh, look at that. What the shit, dude? Hold on. Flat. NASDAQ flat. And most of the stocks that comprise the biggest chunks of NASDAQ up a lot. Okay. Sure. Alrighty then. Facebook pumping pretty good. This looks good above 360. Not too bad. Oh god, it closed at 36656. The devil, dude. It's going to 0. Google, shit. And look at these, man, I don't like these vol flashes on the NASDAQ and on the tech stocks, dudes. Yeah, be careful with these, man. Dude, oh, nice. This is nice. So Amazon finally did something different today. Instead of selling off every day, made a little hammer candle right on the 200. Shit, maybe this gets a little stab up to 34. The problem with it is this weekly is just not great. Let's see how the weekly closes this week, but hey, finally did something different. Oh gosh, I got a sneeze coming on. Vol flashes on here too. Don't tell me they're on Netflix. Oh, there is one right over here last week. Dude, Netflix is like the Russell. Look at this bullshit. Whatever, dude. Don't even care about this. I guess if you wanted, you could probably play a... I know buying a Strangle or an Iron Condor is generally not a great idea, but shit, it might be on Netflix if the IV is low enough. That's crazy. Apple, holy shnikes. Vol flashes on Apple, too. Breaking out here. Holy shit, man. Looks okay above 150, 148. Loses 148, I would look for a pretty quick move down to the low 140s and then have to reassess. But, I mean, this is like a little ascending triangle right here, too. Jesus Christ, see? Like this. If we take a conservative measured move. Oh, look, it almost already hit it just today. That's tiny. And then, obviously, a little bit higher if you take the back end. I like to take kind of the middle to the third part. Tesla, concerning. Look at this. A little shooting. Nah, it's not really a shooting star. Just kind of ugly. Follow through to the downside. Wow, that's actually kind of beast mode for Tesla. That's not a great close. Let's look at the weekly. Went through, filled out the triangle here, busted out, almost did a fake breakout to the breakdown, and then ended up getting supported and chopped. I mean, this is very confusing for Tesla. I guess we could take this line and kind of draw it like so. Yeah, that works. That works for sure. So as long as it's kind of holding this trend line, it's okay. But it is starting to look a little bit heavy here. 3 hour just got momentum back for the bears too. So a little cautious with Tesla, and Microsoft looking a lot like Apple here, just kind of squeezing up at the ranges and taking off. So, I mean, this thing is bullish as hell above 290. There's no reason to be bearish on Microsoft. I mean, what the absolute shit. Can't stop Bill Gates, dude. This giant basing pattern. Dude, this is what sucks. Look what happened to tech companies after the, yeah, of course they all dumped. Everybody knows that. But look, this shit just went sideways for like 12 years. Ugh, can you imagine holding Microsoft for like 6 years, 12 years? You're like, oh, I'm buying the dip back here. Hell yeah. And then like 10 years later, you're like, damn, I'm up 1%. God, that's brutal. That's like some, like what Bitcoin did in some of its consolidations. Especially the, what was it? 2015 was a good one like that if we scroll back over in time. Let's zoom in or out, sorry. Yeah, 2015 was like that. See, So you can, I mean, this is almost a year in crypto is kind of like 5 years or something in traditional markets. All right. Did they find some bids finally over in crypto land? Yeah, a little bit. They're trying. Damn, looks like everything came in and selling across the board towards the end of the day here. Bitty bits, trying to find some love. PCH, trying to find some love. Oh my god, dude. What the hell? Giving up all these tendies. Well, unless you were short, then not. But pretty brutal, man. The hell? End of day sell-off today. Oh, god damn. What is this shit candle? 7% in freaking 7 minutes. Well, that's what it means. 7-minute candle time frames. They always move 7%. It's just, that's TA. That's how it works. Dude, what the hell, man? Right to the dang 10 simple. Let's zoom in on the 458 here since we're on 24-hour time frames. Yeah, I mean, this is the play. That's where it needed to bounce for bulls, so that's pretty good. But there is definitely some damage done from that shit. That's actually that's like a 16% run from the all-time high. Shit, dude, that's pretty brutal. Yep, it better not close below this, but even if it doesn't, I do think this is putting in some damage here. Not very sexy. It really didn't need to wick below these body closes to be super bull strong. But let's see how this 458 closes. If it can close back above like 68.5, 69 really would be way better. Then maybe it'd be okay. But watch out. Watch out. What really just need to watch Mama Bear and Unicorn Shirt, man, and make sure that they kind of just stay above their little structures here. Because if they lose these major structures, like I said earlier, which is about 30.50 for ETH and for Bitcoin at about 44,000 and ultimately 42,000 really in the bigger picture, then, dude, the altcoins will get cream pie bukkakied up, dude, like for real skis. So do be very cautious about that, and I think that's where I'm going to leave this stream. Much love, guys. Appreciate the tune in, the views, all that good stuff. I'm going to sign off, take a little break for the day, just kind of chill for a second, and then figure out what I'm going to do for the night. I don't know if Joe's still in here. We might go hang out later, Joe. I'm probably down to do that. If not, you know, whatever, dude. It's all good. All right, so quick super wrap up. Bitcoin, best be holding 44 in the short term, 42 in the long term. Below 44 gets us probably to 42 pretty quick. Below 42 starts breaking the structure, probably gets us down into the upper 30s, and then we have to reassess depending on how that happened. That's for the downside action. Upside, anything, I just price action above this like 48.5 area, I think at all will probably get us to 51-ish. And that would be the next major resistance zone. It's at about 51K. And then I have to kind of reassess to the upside. But as long as Bitcoin's really staying above like 44,000, the bulls definitely have some advantage. And also for Ethereum, I would not want the daily to close below all these bodies here for the bull boner, which is at about 3170. I do think if that happens, we probably will test the bottom end of this range, and then we'll just have to kind of reassess from there. We have broken this trend line, which it has not done the whole rally, and so we finally are threatening that. We did attempt to get back above it, and we're getting rejected so far, and that's about it. As long as it's holding, you know, this 3100-ish area short term, it's okay. Long term is about 3K to 330, that 3050 level. And then anything below 3K, I think we swiftly go down and test like 2700. And then the same for Bitcoin at 4200. We'll have to just kind of reassess if that happens. And for the upside, I mean, it's easy peasy, guys. Don't overthink it. You know, price above a daily close above 3330, man. 3340. You know, that probably gets us to come up here to about 3,500-ish, it looks like. Let's look at the weekly. Yep, about 3,500. Has pretty good confluence across the board. So that's what I would be looking for if we do get it back up to the upside. Much love. I'll see y'all guys. Manana, definitely be doing a stream tomorrow. I don't got the kid. Manana, so that'll be good. And happy trading. Until manana, y'all have an awesome, wonderful evening. And I'll see y'all then. Peace.